What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is okay. This one will be one about the lack of support when it comes to having your family abroad. When you're living in a foreign country and you decide to have your family there, and not having the support that you would have if you would be in your country. And I have to be really honest, guys. By far, this is one of the most hard things to deal with. It's really hard and stressful because obviously, as we spoke in the past, you plan as much as you can. You try your best in terms of planning. You try to create different scenarios, everything that you could do just in order to make the transition from a life without children to a life with children the best you can. And I must say, not having that network of support is so stressful, and it's so real. When we had our son, at the time we used to have my sister and her family not living too far from us, actually like 10 minutes drive from us, in the same area, which was extremely helpful, extremely helpful. Any situation, anything, we would just call them, and vice versa. They could do the same with us as well. And but they help us really a lot. And we also have friends not too far from here, and that helped. But things changed. Things changed. My sister eventually moved to a different area of the city, and even our friends, it's difficult because although we have our friends closer to us, it's just difficult to ask to keep an eye on two. When you have one is one thing, but when it's two, it's a completely different conversation. And so you have to be the one dealing with your kids. You have to be the one planning and thinking and foreseeing whatever you plan in terms of how would I be, and I must say something as well. The fact that we had one of them has nursery helped, and it helped a lot. And also the fact that both of us, we just adjust our working schedules to them also help. So again, as I said, you have to try the best you can in terms of planning, just to make it easier on you, because it will always be on you. You have to be the one providing the best scenario and creating the best mechanisms just to make it easier on you. But I have to be honest, guys, by far the hardest thing is just being both of us and the two kids. It really drains you some days. It really drains you some days, because we all know from this moment on, I mean, from the moment that they're born, it's all about them, right? You try your best to have a life as a couple, but it's all about the kids, right? It's all about providing and making everything necessary for them to be okay. And for that to happen, you have to be a team, because it's a teamwork. If you don't do it as a team, if there's only one taking all the heat instead of sharing the burden by two, it will not work. And fortunately, in our case, it works for us, because we really see it and we deal with it as a teamwork. And what I do the best, so I try to do the best. So when my partner gets her part, she will do her best as well. And so the days go by, the weeks go by, the months go by, and the years go by, and we try to cope with this. But I would say, it's by far one of the hardest thing to deal with is not having a support, a family close to you, the family member, not just, not just as a relief, sometimes even just to interact, just to be around them. You want your kids to be closer to their uncles and aunties and nephews and nieces. So you want their cousins, right? You want them to be closer. And the fact that we are where we are, circumstances of life, our choice, you cannot have it all. It just limited the other part, which is the exposure and the help that there is. However, I will not say that just for the fact that you are on your own country, you will have the help that I'm implying here. I know a lot of people that are there in their own countries, and they also don't have this type of support because everyone else have their own lives, right? So it all depends. But you guys know what I mean. When you are in your comfort zone, when you are at home, it just make it easier. There's just more support, and here we've been coping with it. There's no other way of doing it. You just try. We try to plan in advance. Try to plan in advance and try to deal with it the best we can, because we want to provide them the best environment, the best days, and the best moment as possible. Even if that means that we as parents will be more stressed, will be extremely exhausted, like super tired. It is what it is. I mean, all the parents go through this. And so there's days that I really feel desperate. Really, really. There's no help. There's no one. You're just on your own, and it's a two people's job, and it is what it is. You have to do it, and with your partner, and there's no help. There's no help on the way. It's just you guys. So I'm sure whoever is a parent that is watching clearly knows what I'm talking about, and I just wanted to share with you guys that we do our best, but there are some challenges, and one of the biggest challenges not having family around, not having the grandpas, the grannies around, which grandpas and grandmas, which really would help, at least in theory, a lot. So just one of the other things that are obvious, and for the time we hear, I know that there must be loads of people in the similar situation. Sometimes it could be even in the same country, but you just living in a different city or in a different part of the country. So it is what it is. It come with the game. We took it. We take it every day. We plan it, and we want to go forward with it. So now making this longer video, just one of my confessions to you guys. As always, please guys, don't forget to like the videos. Like it. Just click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and also share it. Okay? Let's do this journey together. Stay tuned. Peace. Cheers, guys.